Hi Star Seeds, thank you so much for tuning into this video today. You guys, today's video is going to be about the possum. We're going to talk about the possum and what it represents. What is the possum trying to tell you? So if you see this animal and you feel like it is guiding you along your path, if you feel like there's a significance to the moment you saw this animal, then it is most likely going to be animal totem. Or even if you feel drawn to this animal and you feel like this animal, you see it all the time and you feel a connection with this animal, so therefore you feel like it might be your spirit animal, or you feel like the characteristics of the possum may be part of your personality, then this video may also help you understand the possum on a deeper level. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into what we can learn when it comes to the possum, spirit animal, or animal totem. Alright, you guys, I'm so happy to be back shooting a video for you all. I know it has been a little bit of time in between when I actually post videos on my channel, but as you all know, I work with the divine law of nature and I work in divine timing. So sometimes on this physical plane that may seem like a longer time. Sometimes it may seem like a shorter time, but on the universal time, there is no time. I have to obey what the planets and the stars are telling me to do. I need to take care of my health. I need to focus elsewhere. I need to water a different seed and come back to this seed. So that's basically what's going on. I've also been living a little bit on the road too. So I've been doing a little bit self-searching, living a different type of lifestyle as well. So there's been a lot going on in my personal life. And I just want to say thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking by and finding so much value inside of my videos. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. Star seeds. So when you see the possum inside of your life, this is an animal that can startle you when you see them. And you may see them more and more now that the weather is getting warm. If you're in the northern hemisphere of Mama Earth, you may see them more and more, but especially if you see them at night, even in the daytime, they may actually startle you because of how their face looks, because of how their body looks, but mainly because of their presence. There's something about this animal, the possum, where they almost look like they don't have blood running through their body. So they may look like they're actually dead in a sense. And with that comes one of the representations and meanings of this animal when it comes into your life. What is it trying to tell you? It could be telling you to lay low and to play dead. It could be telling you that. So what does that mean? That means that you could see this animal at a time where you may not just need to retreat, but you need to actually stay low. Make sure that nobody is in your business. Make sure that people cannot really identify that whether you are here nor there. You want to make sure that you're basically being incognito. So it's a little bit different from seeing a turtle representing patience and going into retreat to find your inner light and things of those natures. Seeing a possum is actually telling you to go within yourself and go incognito, sort of kind of blend in, but not blend in and be available. Blend in and be not available. Blend in as a mystery. You gotta understand, when we are talking about animal totems, color synchronicities, angel numbers, but let me just focus on animal totems. When we're talking about animal totems or anything regarding nature, like colors, animals, things of that nature, elements like fire, water, all those things, feathers being dropped on the ground, certain plant species you keep seeing over and over again. There are particular tribes, particular native cultures around the world, like the Aboriginals and the Native American tribes, where they live throughout life with nature. They believe that that life in itself is a life of signs, of symbols, that anything that crosses your path is speaking to you. They believe in the communication of nature and the fact that nature could actually be guiding you through your way. And so I'm saying this to say that it goes really deep when it comes to animal totems. You have to really see the importance of animal totems, right? So with a possum, you may see it at a time in your life where you may need to go incognito and play dead. When we watch the possum inside of nature, and this actually happened to me like a couple weeks ago or a month ago. I'm losing track of time. So I was in the car and I saw the possum walking, and I'm not gonna lie, I get a little startled with the possum at first. I love animals, but I do get startled with the possum at first. Because at first you're like, oh, what is that? And I saw it and I watched it because I'm trying to figure out the meaning of this animal. And it goes behind the tree. So I'm watching it. I'm waiting for it to leave from behind the tree. And eventually, I lose focus. And I stop looking at it. Because the possum is doing something with its body to the point where it's almost like there's no blood flowing through it, or it's changing its temperature or something like that. But the possum's defense mechanism is to not be there. So if an animal or a predator is coming after the possum and the possum stands still behind an object, a tree, a plant, a building, the animal might not even sense the possum there anymore. That's how good the possum is at playing dead. And that is the exact meaning for you when it comes to what is the possum trying to tell you inside of your life. It is telling you to go to incognito. The reason why you need to go into incognito is most likely going to be something to protect you, because this is the possum's protection. It's their defense mechanism. So it's coming through to tell you that in order to protect yourself from a possible danger, whether a big danger or small danger, you may need to go incognito. It may just be you skipping over drama at work. It could just be you skipping over drama inside of society. And that's why the possum is telling you to go incognito. It could be a different situation, like where I had when I was with my husband in the car, and we were parked and we were just sitting there and we're chilling and we're having a discussion, and he went out the car to get something out the trunk, and in that moment he came back in the car and he told me he saw a possum. And we had already been talking about possums for months now, because we just kept seeing them out of nowhere. Where we are located right now, we're seeing them a lot more than we saw them where we were located before. And so we're like intrigued by this animal, and I'm over here trying to figure out what it means over time and experience with the animal. And so I already have it in my head at this moment that it means to play dead, but now I'm waiting for confirmation. And so he's seen the possum, and so I'm like, okay, interesting. And then I just start to dive into my intuition, and I'm like, it's telling us to play dead. Maybe we should leave this location. Maybe we shouldn't just sit in this location. And if we do sit in this location, maybe we should try not to be so apparent. Let's turn the music down, And lo and behold, a cop car comes around from the back, because we were in a parking lot that was behind of a gas station, and there's a road to our left. And cops do like to hang around and go around there, but the cop car came down the road to our left and just stopped. And if you live inside of North America, then you know, if you're a melanated person like myself, that sometimes when you see the police, it's not always considered that they're there to help you. Sometimes you have to look at the full spectrum of the situation, and you may have to act accordingly. So we knew right away to leave. And when we left to our right, we went out and we came back around to the road behind to the road around from where we were, and we went straight and we got to see an angle of the cop to see where it was. And we saw that the cop was angled to where it was able to watch us and sit there and watch us, and it was trying to like go incognito. It was trying to prey, like basically be a predator towards us. And we just left. The timing where we left was before the cop car actually decided to stop. It's right when the cop car was coming and slowed down, we just made the vast decision to leave. And it didn't follow us. But had we have stayed there, who knows? Maybe we would have looked sketchy to the police officer. And maybe the police officer may have tried to build a case or try to prey on us. Because that is a reality that happens in North America. So, long story short, in that moment, I had enough evidence to say that the possum absolutely means to lay low and to go incognito. So when you see the possum inside of your life, that is what it is saying. Whether it is for you to protect your own health, whether it is for you to just protect your energy levels, or whether it's for you to protect yourself from something possibly even more dangerous. It is a way of life of this animal. It comes with it. It's packaged with the possum. They look dead in the face. Their face is kind of pink. They're cute, but their face is kind of pink, and it looks like there's no blood flowing through them. They look like zombies sometimes, even if you see them at night. So you really want to pay attention to that. And I want to say something very important as well to a lot of people that are watching this, especially those of you who follow my channel and actively are on my YouTube channel, actively commenting, actively watching videos, actively taking the information and the advice and just the guidance that you choose to take from my videos. It is extremely important to be sure that you are checking in with your intuition when it comes to animal totems. You've got to look at your own intuition, and you must be patient. I'm not saying this out of anything other than what is real. Unless you want to be instilled with fear, unless you want to be paranoid on your spiritual journey, unless you want to be confused, and unless you want to be codependent and reliant on somebody else to have the answers for you. If you don't want to be any of those things, if you don't want to be crazy, if you don't want to be, always afraid, if you don't want to be afraid of crows just because you hear the you're all of a sudden, oh my God, what is that? If you don't want to be out here batshit crazy on your spiritual journey, take what I'm saying. Consider it. When you see signs, whether it be angel numbers, anything, animal totems, anything, do not go into the fear mode. Do not be afraid. I get comments all the time on my videos where you guys, star seeds, you're diving into fear just a little bit too much. And I know I'm not going to be able to save everybody, And I know I might not be able to reach everyone, but I may be able to just reach somebody that is willing to let go of that fear. You've got to let go of the fear. You've got to be patient. You have to be optimistic. You must be positive. If you want to really gain wisdom and grow. Because there's a lot of videos, there's a lot of information, there's a lot of websites, there's a lot of people that are really just trying to make a name for themselves and regurgitate information without fully giving proper holistic advice. And so it is important to note that when you see the animal, wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. Trust yourself, trust your instincts. If you feel guided to see what that animal means on social media, if you still feel guided to watch my video, watch YouTube videos and see what the animal means, go ahead and do it. But do not obsess over it over and over again, looking for the answer when the answer was already given to you. Someone says the animal totem means this. You take that and then you wait. You may not see that animal again until 2 months from then. You may not see that animal again until maybe a couple of days from that moment. But you wait until you see the animal again, and then you observe what is going on, what is happening. Tap into your own ability to confirm your intuitive nudges. Because the animal is coming to you to speak to you. It's not coming there so it can scare you. It's coming there because you are given an opportunity to grow within your ability to read the signs of nature. So give yourself that love, grace, and time to receive those messages, right? Some of the ways that you can do this is pay attention to what the animal is doing. Find out some of the basic characteristics of the animal, sure, but pay attention to what it's doing for yourself so you can confirm that for yourself. Understand that certain animal totems and angel numbers mean multiple meanings. Some of them mean multiple meanings, and it just depends on what it is that you're experiencing. But if you go off the rip and you go off the deep end and you're saying, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I keep seeing the crow everywhere I am. It's okay. Maybe perhaps book a personal reading with me so you can get some spiritual guidance, or maybe perhaps take a break. You may be too hard on yourself. You don't want to go schizophrenic or crazy. I'm not saying you guys are crazy, but it can lead to that. It can lead to all of that. It can lead to nightmares. It can lead to bad dreams. Because if you're obsessively thinking, why is this animal following me? If you're obsessively thinking, why do I keep seeing 777? Why do I keep seeing 222s? Oh my gosh, here it comes again. If you're afraid, then you're going to be going down the wrong path. But if you take that and you're like, hold on, spirit, hold on, universe, take your time with me. I'm listening, but don't send me the messages so fast. The universe will grant that for you. Or if you hear those, if you see those numbers and see the signs over and over again, and it's too much for you, take your time. Take your time. You don't have to figure it all at once. And then if you need support, then go ahead and get counsel. Then go ahead and, get a reading. You can book a reading with me through my website, bloomingwoman.com. You can also even get cards for yourself. You can start to meditate more. That has changed my life. You can meditate more. You can do mantras. You can do affirmations in order for you to stay positive so you're not thinking the worst when you keep seeing the number that scares you. And I don't mean to make this video long-winded or anything like that, but it is important for those of you who are listening, because I got a lot of people viewing my videos and a lot of people commenting on it. Some of them may be bots, who knows? Because that's how the social media thing works. And some of them are real people. I can feel that. And some of those real people are lost on their spiritual journey. And some of the things that are making you lost is you're chasing the answer too much. You're looking at 500 different videos from 500 different people. And just like my perfect living master, or the person that I chose to follow for my spiritual journey, told me, is wherever you see one master or even one guru, because there's a difference. Wherever you see one master, one guru, or one Buddha, one authentic version of something, there's going to be 100 fake versions of that thing that pop up. So you've just taken in all this information that could be incorrect. You've watched a bunch of videos that could just be fear-mongering. And you're chasing so much that you haven't sat with yourself and listened to your own heart. So don't be so fast. Give yourself some time to receive the information and receive the message. And only trust watching videos, taking information from things that make you feel good. If it makes you feel restless, anxiety, and fear after you watch the video, check in with yourself and check in with that person's channel, or check in with that website and what they write and their however they write their stuff, and see if it's usually fear based or is it based off of love. All right, so it's up to you guys. You may have the option of being your own oracle, or just strengthening your wisdom overall with your spirituality and just strengthening your intuition, but it cannot be done overnight. Sometimes even when you decide to go down the spiritual path and you start to see these things, these synchronicities, sometimes you go through an initiation process, just like with offerings. Sometimes you watch a video and someone says, oh, give offerings to the mama goddess of water. And you go and you pour libation into the water, or you give your fruits to nature. And your experience might be different than somebody else's, where you actually go ahead and give offerings to water element. I've given fruits to water before, and every time I do it, I go through an initiation process. Immediately after, I go through some type of water element type, right? Because we're talking about water elements. So this is emotions, this is intelligence, this is intellectual, emotional intelligence. Like, this is emotional intelligence. So being able to heal your emotions, feel your emotions, transmute your emotions, cleanse your emotions, cleanse yourself through emotions, right? This is a certain water element is a certain level of surrendering to the flow. Just like air element could be surrendering to the sound of the wind, to the communication. Water element is surrendering to the overall flow of life. So with that being said, I've done it, and immediately after I did my offerings to water element, I went through an initiation process where emotions from my traumas, emotions from my deepest, darkest side came out. And I had to do more and more shadow work, because we're always going to be healing. And so you go and do that to Mama Nature, and you give offerings, and you're taking on an initiation process. and you're going nuts because you don't know what's going on, and things are happening too fast, and things have gotten really intense, and now your sensitivities are heightened. Be careful. Take time. So yeah, I don't mean to go on a tangent, but I know that it is important to say these things to you guys. So the possum inside your life, it means that. But if you're looking into animal totems, you want to look at it holistically and approach it the right way that is safe and that is self-loving and loving of everything around you. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope this video could help you. I know it will help you on your spiritual journey, and it will help you when you see the possum. It is a beautiful thing to see because you know right away the possum is like a hack. It's like a life hack. It literally tells you, hey, get out of there, go there. Hey, stay low. It's there to protect you, right? So it is a beautiful creature to see because it's there for your own protection, and it's reflecting back exactly the characteristics that you should take on for a certain situation that you could have been thinking about, or for something that is happening right in the moment that you see the possum. With the possum, I'll say that most of the time, from my experience, it has been something that is in the moment. So you see the possum, it is telling you to lay low with a circumstance that's in the moment. You know, here's another example. When just a couple of days ago, it was storming, lightning, blah, and I was in the gym, and the person I was in the gym with said that they saw the possum kind of like this, where the window was, run right by the window. I don't know why my husband always sees the possum before me sometimes, but that might be his spirit animal. But it ran right through the window, and we were just thinking, we literally just said, oh, should we go outside now? Probably a good time to go now. Or should we wait a little bit later? Let's see how the weather looking. And boom, there you go. We waited a little bit later, and sure enough, the storm picked up and got worse. So it was good that we actually waited after we saw the possum before going and getting on the road. It's that simple, the meaning for the possum. And there could be more meanings that I discover over time, and I may do another video. But this seems to be the same meaning that I've collected upon my scientific, comedic, ancient scientific, real science database. Intuition, nature, and an accumulated amount of experiences. So I have the hypothesis, but then I've done the research, but then I also have a good significant amount of data to verify and to confirm my hypothesis, right? So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I wish you all the best. If you guys want any of my handmade crystal pendants or my handmade crystal necklaces, they're available through my website on bloomingwoman.com. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I will see you all inside of the next video. Until then, bye-bye.